Welcome to episode 50 of Fluffy Fibres, the French podcast in English on sewing, knitting and spinning, all of course with the occasional help of the kitty of the house. Thank you so very much for joining me today, and I do hope you enjoy this 50th episode. How exciting is that? Thank you so very much if you've been here for a while and you've been encouraging me to podcast for 50 episodes. I wouldn't be here obviously without you, and welcome if this is your first episode today. My name is Isabelle and I am talking to you as ever from Montpellier in southern France in Languedoc, and you can find me on Ravelry and Instagram as Fluffy Fibres, and you can find a forum for a group for the podcast on Ravelry, where we have giveaways and sew-alongs, and it's really just very lovely to be chatting over there as well. Today is Tuesday, December the 13th, and I don't have much time to record this afternoon, so I'm going to try and be really quick. I realise this may be my last opportunity to record before the end of the year, and I really wanted to have a last episode for 2016, so we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, today's episode will include my cup of tea, a handmade wardrobe, a bit of sewing, a bit of knitting, events, and Happy Mail Day. So, and I do have some lovely things to share, so I really do hope I have time to share all these with you today. So for my cup of tea today, and that is part of the lovely things I received actually, my friend Sylvie, who is Une Vie Toute Simple on Instagram, Ravelry, and she has a podcast which is, she has both an English and a French version of her podcast, which is Une Vie Toute Simple on YouTube. She, we've been friends for over 10 years now. We met through our blogs, believe it or not. And she, as ever, as always at Christmas, she sent us a lovely package. And she sent soft toys for the children, which was just lovely. And for Seb and I, she sent us some glorious tea, organic tea, and she was so considerate in the kind of tea that she chose. She gave us an oolong, which is really weak in caffeine really, so it's really great because I don't really enjoy strong teas anymore, and green tea, which is also one of my favourites. And this one is the green tea, and it has some, it's called Semiramis, and it has some damask rose, roseberry, which I guess is rose pepper, and green mint, and it's just completely wonderful. It's just so fresh and delicate and just lovely. And the other one she sent is even more amazing, and it's got almond and cocoa in it. And usually I think these blends can be really tricky to be successful, but this one is completely amazing. So I've been a little bit obsessed with it ever since we received the package on Saturday, so today I decided to brew the other one to finally try it, and it's really lovely as well. So thank you, Sylvie, if you're watching. For a handmade wardrobe today, I'm wearing one of my new makes, and of course this means I am actually, we are now segueing into sewing as well, the sewing segment. I'm wearing my Molly top from the Sew Over It City Break wardrobe capsule that came out I think late September, and I completely love every item in the collection. And my favourite item was the Molly top and dress, and this is very similar to the original that is photographed, one of the ones that are photographed in the ebook. This is an ebook by Sew Over It in London, and I really love it. I really do. It's just completely lovely to wear. It was very fun to make. It's got only a front, a back with dropped sleeves and tube sleeves really that you attach here, so you have no setting in of sleeves, and a neckline, a neckband for the neckline, so super fast, super cozy at the same time because of the sharp contrast, white and black contrast. I think this is pretty edgy at the same time, and I've been wearing it with black leggings and boots, and really enjoying wearing it to work. So yay! Yay for you know, garments that are both chic and cozy, right? I really, really love it, and I would love to make tons of these, of this top. It was my first time using a Sew Over It pattern, and it's brilliant. There were tons of photographs in the instructions, so very beginner friendly. And I really loved the PDF layout. The way it was designed meant that it was so easy to perfectly match all the sheets, you know, to match the pattern pieces. And usually I think it's a little bit tricky to make sure they're perfectly aligned, but with their system it's just absolutely, it's a piece of cake and really neat. And yeah, so I wholly recommend it. I really want to make more of the collection now. I would love to make a Molly dress as well, and I'm hoping to make more Molly tops, because this took a bit more time because of all these stripes matching. But if I made this in a solid, which I really want to do, there wouldn't be this kind of fussiness, extra fussiness, I guess, and it would be so easy and so fast, especially now the pattern pieces are cut, you know, printed, taped, cut out, and I know my way around about the pattern as well. So my second make for since I last podcast was this dress, which it is hot off the sewing machine. I took the afternoon off today, and I finished this just before I started recording. And so this is the Cocoa dress by Tilly and the Buttons. It's the iconic dress from Tilly and the Buttons, I guess, and it's so popular, and I can really see why now, because it's so simple. It's such a simple shape, very simple to make, but it's really lovely and it fits really nicely. It's easy to wear, easy to make. My favourite detail is the cuffs at the sleeves, and again it's the same kind of pattern instructions that I experienced with Sew Over It. It seems it was the month of experimenting with British indie designers this past month or so, because I never tried Tilly and the Buttons before. I've had the pattern I think for about a year, but yeah, I finally got around to making it, and I'm so glad I did. It's a lovely little make. I made it in a romanette jersey, which is a blend of, it's a very thick kind of jersey, really cozy, and but at the same time, as you can see, it's very drapey, because it's out of viscose, and so it's man-made fibre, so definitely not the kind of fabric I now buy, but it was in the stash, in very deep stash. If you recall, last time I recorded, I told you I had to put all of my fabric into boxes because we needed the space in our bedroom for our own clothes, because Seb built a wardrobe for us from the old shelves of fabric shelves. Now we have a wardrobe for our clothes, and so of course it meant I saw all of my fabric stash piece by piece, and I saw this and I set it aside because I really wanted to make something with it for winter. I think it's such a great winter fabric, both the colour and the fabric, it's the material itself really. So of course I wouldn't be buying this kind of fabric anymore. Now I'm much more mindful of the sustainability factor in the fabric I get, even if I'm not always getting organic fabric. This isn't organic, this is cotton jersey. But even if I'm not always getting organic fabric because it's so expensive, I strive at least to go for natural fibres, same as with my yarn really. And the reasons for this are twofold. First, the manufacturing process for man-made fibres, such as synthetic viscose, this kind of thing, it is a lot more polluting. And secondly, I'm always concerned as well about the trash. Eventually everything we have will get trashed someday on Earth, dumped somewhere on Earth, and I'm really concerned now about having stuff and wearing and using material that is biodegradable really. So that's why while I wouldn't be buying this, I'm still glad I have it because it's a cozy fabric, definitely. And surely, as I was telling my friend Jenny, Tiny Paper Foxes, who has the Handmade and Woolen podcast with her husband Devin, I was telling her on Instagram that surely it's still less wasteful to be using up the fabric I already have, right? Than just get some new organic fabric. And she completely agreed. She's doing the same with her superwash wool. So yeah, but I've been so inspired with Jenny's challenge for 2017 of building a completely handmade wardrobe, and I'm definitely going in that direction. You know, the vast majority of my clothes are handmade, but I would really like it to be more, you know, out of natural fabrics, and also I need to make more staples like leggings and jeans, and that is going to be my challenge for 2017, is make leggings, which shouldn't be hard, but jeans as well. And I may have gotten the ginger jeans at the Black Friday sale, so, and I may even have gotten some fabric to go with it. So more on that next time, I'm sure, next time I record, which will be in 2017. So yes, I've been deriving a lot of comfort in my sewing lately. So I've been sewing more than usual because I just needed there's nothing like sewing to put your mind off things. When you knit or when you spin, you're still thinking quite a bit, right? But when you sew, you really need to concentrate on what you're making, and it's just so gratifying to have a fresh new garment at the end of the session, really. So yeah, I've been really reconnecting with my sewing lately, which has been lovely. For a bit of knitting, sorry, I'm rushing a bit, but time is really short at the moment. No, I'm okay actually. So for a bit of knitting, I finally finished my socks that have been on the needles before my son was born, so over, I think, yeah, about 6 months ago, which is completely ridiculous, isn't it? And all those of you who are, you know, very prolific sock knitters, you must find this completely ridiculous. But that's the way it goes. I really enjoy making socks. I really love the finished product. I really love wearing hand knit socks. I'm wearing some at the moment. They are just so cozy. But I think I enjoy knitting garments especially even more than socks. So that's why I don't knit as many socks as I would like to. But anyway, they are finally done. These are my Bergère de France, okay, let me see, yeah, Goomy 50 socks in the Imprimé Beige colourway with the goat shade for the cuffs, heels and toes, and I absolutely love these. One of the reasons why they took longer is that I made a really long cuff for me, because I'm pretty short. But two reasons for this. The first reason is really that let's see if that focuses. Yeah, there you go. What was I saying? I can't remember if I said this at the beginning of the episode, but I am severely sleep deprived. So if I repeat myself, if I forget things, if I make mistakes with my English, do please forgive me, but yeah, it's very hard to function at the moment. So yeah, the reason why I made long cuffs is that, first of all, I was so enjoying the shades really in this lovely yarn. I just wanted to go on, you know, and have as much of the yarn as possible in my socks really. And the second reason is I'm going to be wearing these at home, and I think longer cuffs are so cozy, you know, you can scrunch them up over your leggings, and that's just so lovely and cozy. So that's what I'm intending to do. And I used the Hermione's Everyday Sock heel, which is the modified Eye of Partridge. I used 1x1 twisted rib for the cuff, And for the toe, I used a different kind of toe. I mentioned this last time, which is the spiral toe or the star-shaped toe, which Jules of the So Sweet Violet podcast often uses, and I thought it was lovely. So you can find all the details on my project page for the toe decreases that I used. And actually, now that they're finally done, I'm thinking of keeping them for Christmas as a little Christmas gift for myself, and I may wear them only at Christmas, you know, for the first time. That may sound really strange, but I don't know. I just really like this idea of treating myself to a new pair of socks for Christmas. So yeah, I'm so happy they're done, and I can't wait to cast on a new pair of socks, because again, I really enjoy them. It's just, when I'm home, that's not the thing I'm going to reach for. You know, I'm going to reach for garments or a shawl, really, for knitting. So I only knit on these when I'm out and about, on the train, this kind of thing. And sometimes I've been so tired that I haven't even, you know, felt like picking up my knitting on the train or when I was out and about. So I also finished my daughter's cardigan. I think it was already pretty much finished last time, so I wove in the ends, I blocked it. I haven't added buttons yet, and I have a very good reason for that. That's not due to procrastination. I had to order some buttons and they made a mistake with the order, so they had to resend the set. So here is the finished cardigan. I just love this so much, and my daughter is thrilled with it. She picked the yarn on her own, completely on her own, the colour, the yarn itself, and I think she did a great job picking this. I really enjoyed knitting this. And so the buttons saga, I had a few buttons that match really well in my button stash, but you need 7, there are 7 buttonholes, so I needed at least 8, I think. I think it's good to have a spare, right? And I only had 6. So, but I hunted them down online, and I found them for very, very cheap on a French website. So it actually came from France. So these are the buttons that I asked for. But they sent me these buttons instead. They made a mistake, which is completely understandable when you see the buttons side by side, and they had a ton of them, so you know. But these are the right ones, but as you can see, these are actually quite smaller, and so I wouldn't have bothered, because both work really for the design, but with the colours, but they were really too small. So I told them, and they sent the other set straight away, and they told me to keep the other one. So yay, because my daughter and we both love blue, so I'm sure this will get used, and there are 10 in each pack. So yay for that, for great customer service as well. So yes, this is just so warm. It's out of Katia Azteca, which we got at the local yarn shop here in Montpellier. It's a blend of wool and polyester, because we don't have much choice in terms of wool in Montpellier, of woolly wool in Montpellier, so that's okay. And I also made her a small hat to go with it, and this is the mini chai by Claire Devine from her brand new mini tea collection. She has had for a couple of years a tea collection of hats and a few cowls that she very kindly gifted me back in the day, and I love this collection. And she just came out a few days ago, with the collection for children of the same hats, and she completely reworked the patterns, because she uses slightly less, slightly thinner yarns for the children's version, so it's not as bulky on small heads, which I think is brilliant. And so this is the mini chai, which has a gorgeous cable, And yeah, the attention to detail in this design is just lovely. The way the the rib flows into the cable. Yeah, it's just lovely. It was so fun to knit. So I knit this as a test for her actually, which was very exciting. So my daughter now has her set of matching hat and cardigan, which is great. I am not going to show you my breathing space because it's hardly grown at all since I last spoke with you. And the reason for that is that I've been really wanting to finish these. Obviously this was a test knit, it had a deadline, and to finish this cardigan so my daughter could wear it. And also I've been knitting a Christmas gift for my son's caregiver, my son's nanny, who is just, as I say every time, she's just a wonderful, caring person. And so I really want to make something for her for Christmas, and she really appreciates handmade things. Her sister cross stitches, and so she has these gorgeous cross-stitched bibs that used to be her son's, and now she uses them for my son, which is just so special. So I'm making her the GAP-tastic, GAP-tastic, like fantastic, GAP-tastic cowl, which has been pretty popular lately. My friend Liz Taylor just made one out of Madeleine Tosh. Lovely Kay of the Bakery Bears, hello Kay, if you're watching, she just finished one as well. And so I am making one out of Katia wool again because I wanted to buy something locally. And this one is 100% wool, so that's quite lovely. It's the Norte line. And so it's seed stitch on very big needles, which I'm not enjoying. So this is just a slog, which is just ridiculous because it should be flying of the needles, right? Not with me. I just hate knitting with, this is 9mm needles, which is a size 13. As always, I'm using my Geigley needles. And the combination of seed stitch with really large needles, I'd much rather knit something at the fingering weight, I don't know. But I think I really wanted something super warm for her, and also something that is quite fashionable, you know, that she can feel really comfortable wearing. And she wears a lot of grey, black, so I think this is going to work well for her. I hope so anyway. But yeah, the seed stitch does make it super squishy. So yeah, I'm almost done though, so let me show you. I'm using my lovely bag from my friend Erin, who is now married to Abigail. And this is all I have left, so maybe I'll finish it tonight. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? That all depends on my degree of exhaustion by the end of the day, shall we say. That's the thing as well. I haven't been knitting as much because I'm just so exhausted in the evening. But anyway, and I've been sewing more, obviously, so, you know, if I sew more, obviously I knit less. There's no way around that, is there? I also started a gift for my mum. I started a shawl by Justyna Lorkowska that I had in my queue. I have had it in my queue for a while, and it's Maya's shawl. It's her bulky weight shawl that she came out with last year, and I only just started, as you can see, but then I realised it was more time sensitive that I finished the cowl for the caregiver, so I stopped that for the moment. And I'm using a yarn, a Danish yarn, which is 100% wool, which is Natur Old, which I got at Laine et Tricot, which is a French website. And it's a very dark, very deep midnight blue which actually is the colour she asked for. My mum, last time I was there, or in the summer, I asked her what kind of colour she'd like if I made her a shawl or a scarf, and that's what she asked for. So yes, but in the end, I have decided, because it's such a difficult, it's a really stressful time for me at the moment, between work, not sleeping, and a ton of worries that you may be aware of if you've followed me before, but I have so much on my plate at the moment. I just didn't feel like stressing over a Christmas gift. So my mum's birthday is in February, so I'm going to knit this and enjoy it, you know, for her birthday in February, not pressure myself. And I just got her, last time I went to the Christmas market in Montpellier, which has a lot of handmade, you know, stalls with handmade goods made locally. I got her some beautiful earrings that were made locally, really beautiful ones, so for Christmas. So all is good, and yeah, you know, serenity, if you remember, that was my key word, my watchword for 2016, and as you can see, I'm practicing it to the very end of the year. Yeah, so that is it for my knitting, I think. So yes, for events now, we had the gratitude giveaway, and I said I was going to host it to close it at the end of November, but since I only recorded today, I only just closed the thread to give anyone who wanted to more chance to participate. So the gratitude giveaway was really a way for me to thank you for being here, for watching, for chatting with me, chatting in the Ravelry group, chatting on Instagram, being so supportive over the past few months. Yeah, so there were 2 sets of prizes. One set was a winner's choice of pattern, and a skein, the winner's choice of a skein of fingering weight yarn in the Little French Meadow Etsy store. And so there were 114 entries, and so the number who got drawn was, I think, number 62. I didn't write it down. I did write down the name, and that was Patty B. So Patty B, congratulations, and please do get in touch with me to give me, so I can, you know, put you in touch with Little French Meadow, and so that you can claim your pattern on Ravelry. And the second winner for the second set of prizes was a skein of yarn by Herbstblatt Regina in her dusky lilacs, smoked lilacs colourway, which is just lovely, and some stitch markers, which were very kindly made by my friend Karine, Mum Glou Glou. And so the winner for this was number 49, and that is Helen So Stylish. So congratulations, Helen, and also please get in touch with me so we can arrange for the package to be sent to you. So congratulations to the winners. And there is still a sew-along going on in the group, and I think I'm going to keep it going until until our next record again, which will be in early January, I'm hoping. And so this is the High Tea Sew / Quilt Along. So you will find all the details for that in the group. And I'm hosting this along with my friend Shauna of the Adelaide Cottage podcast, and Sarah of the Lovesock Wool podcast. And now I wanted to move on to Happy Mail Day, because I do have some lovely things to show you. I was completely spoiled. So, first of all, I treated myself to some yarn. I've been meaning to get this for a while, really. A year and a half ago, I went to a French festival of yarn, which is Le Lot et la Laine, and I discovered a new to me independent dyer, French dyer from northern France, which was extra special because that's where I'm from. And I completely love I could honestly have bought each and every one of her skeins and I spent so much time drooling over her skeins, and she was so friendly as well, just so lovely. And she is Lisa of the Squirrels Yarns. Well, she says Squirrels Yarns, but I can't help saying the Squirrels Yarns. She uses eco-friendly dyes, you know, greeny shades dyes, and she does have some organic yarn as well in her shop. This one isn't the one I'm going to show you, but she does have some in her shop. And with the greeny shades dyes, you can actually label your yarn as organic if you know, obviously if the yarn itself, the wool itself is organic. So this is what I got. I wanted to get a sweaters quantity, but you know, 3 skeins. I usually get, when I want to get a sweaters quantity, I get 2 skeins, but I wanted to get 3 skeins to make myself a really loose fitting sweater and you know, pullover, not a cardigan. And so that's what I got. This is just completely scrumptious. These are merino silk singles in her Budleia colourway. Let me see if that focuses. And it's a beautiful shade. It's very hard to capture on camera. I took a picture for my Instagram feed, and it's really hard to capture, because even on the pictures of the yarn online, it was a little warmer than it really is. It really is a very pale lilac. Is the way I see it, you know, very pale pink, but on the cooler tone, on the cooler side of pink, with lilac, some sort of a lilac overtone to it. It's completely amazing, and I'm so into soft shades at the moment. I think because of my need for serenity again, I'm very much drawn to soft shades. I know what works, you know, what looks best on me in this kind of deep jewel tones, but for some reason at the moment I'm craving knitting with and wearing this kind of really soft, soothing kind of shade. So it's completely gorgeous, really. So yeah, I really recommend her shop, and she everything she makes is completely beautiful. So I did ask for suggestions on Ravelry for pullovers. I have a few ideas, but if you do have more suggestions, you're welcome to share with me. You know, suggestions that would use 3 skeins, so 1200 meters of yarn, really. Yeah, so far I'm hesitating between Puntilla by Jorge Locatelli, or maybe the No Gat sweater by Justyna Lorkowska, which I completely love as well. I don't know. Let me know what you think. If you have more suggestions. I did get some lovely suggestions on my Instagram post, which I'm looking at right now. So, but it's just so exciting to be planning this, you know. So definitely something I would cast on in the new year. Oh yeah, someone mentioned Victoria, and I had a look on Instagram, on Ravelry, and it is a stunning garment with lots of lace in it, and I'm thinking something lacy would be really lovely with this, you know, because it's so delicate. I think something lacy, or with some lace panels, some lace details would be lovely. So that's my first happy mail. I got a completely amazing package from Mary, who has the Artisan Bags Etsy shop, and she does make gorgeous bags, and she told me she was going to send me a few things, and I was completely blown away when I got the parcel. But she basically sent me a huge box from Canada, which is extra special because my son was born on Canada Day, so and my daughter is super interested in anything Canada, because she watches a TV program of kids who bike around the world, and quite a few episodes are set in Canada, and I think these are among her favourites. That was so special. So there was a package for me, a package for my daughter, and a package for my son, which was just completely lovely. So I'm just going to share just a few things, but I forgot to bring up the hats that she made for my son, which is a shame. She knit some hats for my son, and she kept knitting new hats as I was sharing pictures of my son, because she realised how big he was, and indeed he is really, really big. He's now growing out of the 12-month clothes, and he's 5-month-old. So yes, he's completely huge, which is very strange given how short and small I am, but that's life. That's there you go. But she did, so she knit 3 hats, but that's perfect because my son has 2 younger cousins that were born in the summer and in the autumn, and so all of them are going to have the same hat, lovingly hand knit in Canada, so by Mary, so that's just lovely, I think. And for each of my children she sent as well some knit picks, which is so exciting. I love knit picks, and we can't get it in France because they don't ship to France, which is very frustrating. And this colourway, it's beyond the wall, and when it came out I was very tempted by it, so I'm so excited. And this one is so fun as well for my daughter, and it is kaleidoscope. So I'm going to knit them, I think knit warmers for my son and probably socks for my daughter. All the knit warmers, leg warmers would be completely lovely as well. She would love this. Oh dear. So exciting. And then she sent the most gorgeous fabric ever. And of course it's inspired by our shabby chic high tea Sewalong. And so this is what she sent. And it's just completely stunning. Completely stunning. And I can't wait to use them, although it's going to be hard to undo the lovely ribbons, and I don't know, they may have to sit around for a while. I just smile every time I see them. They're completely, oh, there's a bit of plastic in there. They're completely gorgeous, completely stunning. And then, as if that wasn't enough, she sent a ton of goodies, you know, maple syrup, goodness, tea, chocolate, all sorts of things. She sent lovely gifts for my daughter. We haven't opened everything yet because she sent so many. I have been giving them as, you know, Advent gifts for my daughter, which has been so fun. But she made me this stunning, completely incredible project bag with a beautiful zipper pull as well. Oops. There you go. Completely gorgeous bag. And it's very well made. I just love the hot pink inside. I completely adore this. This is just so much the kind of you know, print and colours that I love. And she made one for my daughter as well, which I haven't given her yet. And this one has jingle bells. Yay, that's just so fun. And look at that. Isn't that just completely wonderful? So that is just wonderful. They are so well made. I really do recommend you take a look at her shop. She has beautiful bags in there. They're just gorgeous. And that is just perfect timing because for Christmas, for my daughter, the gift I'm most excited to be getting her, that I got to be giving her, is I bought her a small loom, and I'm going to get some colourful yarn as well to go with it. And I'm thinking this is going to be her project bag for her loom, you know, for her all little balls of yarn and whatnot. So that's just perfect, isn't it? It's just so gorgeous. So Mary, thank you so very much. And I know I haven't shared everything because there were so many things, but I cried when I opened the package, the parcel, it was just completely amazing and just so full of love, and the card was just so touching. So thank you so very much, Mary, for your love and being so generous with us. I also got a package, yet another package from my dear friend Erin. Hello Erin, who is Mama to Abigail on Instagram on Ravelry, and she has the Holland Handmade Co. Etsy shop. And the very exciting news is, after a hiatus, she is going to reopen her shop in 2017. Do take a look at her Instagram feed, because she has been so busy sewing up beautiful project bags for her shop. So it's so exciting. And she sent us, she's just so kind, and every once in a while she sends us a package with books for my daughter. She loves getting second-hand books, and she sends them to my daughter so that my daughter can read English books, which is just wonderful. So last time she did that, she also included these. So it's matching cases, one for me and one for my daughter. So it's a pencil case, which she was so exciting about. And this is just so well made, and we just love them. We absolutely love them. They're just so cheerful. And so yeah, thank you so much, Erin. Thank you. Last but not least, I think last Saturday as well, was it Friday, I received a parcel from my friend Liz Taylor, who I mentioned earlier in the podcast, and I mentioned last time I podcast, because she has been incredibly inspiring to me. Her feed on Instagram is just chock full of beautiful makes. She's super, she's one of the reasons why I've started sewing more, really, because I used to sew so much and she sews a ton, and it just reminded me how fun it was to make things, even simple things, and sometimes of course spice it up with more elaborate makes, but sewing is just so fun and so gratifying. And so she's been really inspiring me lately. And she told me she'd just made a little something for my son, which was so kind. And so she sent it to me, and she told me it's nothing. Well, it's not nothing, it's just gorgeous bibs for my son, with this super beautiful print of fun rabbits scooting with a scooter and balloons. How fun is that? And this is such a nifty design as well. There's no fastening, the fastening is not no buttons or anything. It's very fast and easy. You just pull it through the buttonhole here. And there you go. So that's so fun. So thank you so much, Liz. And of course, as if that wasn't enough, she sent a gorgeous box of tea, which have been very good, and I haven't even opened yet because I wanted to keep it pristine for the podcast. But it's one of my favourite makers of tea, as you well know if you've followed the podcast before. It's Kusmi tea, so I can't wait to sample these. And she sent me a skein of yarn by the Wool Barn, which, how generous is this? And I've been wanting to get some, this is Silky Singles by Maya at the Wool Barn. It's the blue graphite colourway. And I've been wanting to try Silky Singles by Maya forever and ever. And this is 70% merino, 30% silk, and it's completely gorgeous. And the colour is just so perfect. So, actually I'm thinking, these together are just completely gorgeous, aren't they? And they're the same kind of contents. I think they may be actually the same. I think that, yeah, they must be the same base. They're both 70% merino and 30% silk. So maybe, because I was very kindly gifted again. The love that has been pouring my way lately has been completely overwhelming, but in a very good way. It's been much needed and hugely appreciated, and it's really made me feel supported and loved. And my friend, my dear friend Katrina, hello Katrina, who is Nelly Knits on Instagram, she gifted me the Puntilla sweater by Joji Locatelli when she read about my dilemma. And I'm thinking this might actually be lovely as the lace. You know, you have a lace trim at the hem of the sweater. That might work really well. So now I'm not sure. I was thinking something maybe more lacely with this, but this does look really lovely, doesn't it? Yeah. So, well, I have still more time to decide. And I think making up your mind is one of the best parts in making, isn't it? It's such a fun part of the process. So, yeah, that's just lovely. So, thank you so much, Lise, for your wonderful package. Merci beaucoup. Ça m'a fait super plaisir. Thank you to everyone who's been watching this episode, who's been watching in 2016, who's been, maybe some of you have been watching or listening all 50 episodes. I know some of you have, because I received a wonderful comment on the blog the other day, or was it an email? Anyway, a wonderful one of someone who really did watch, you know, first listen and watch every single one of my episodes, which is just completely wonderful. Thank you so much, friends. I wish you all a very happy and festive end of the year. Merry Christmas if you celebrate, and Happy Hanukkah if you celebrate Hanukkah. And I will see you in 2017 with episode 51. And until then, I hope your making brings you a lot of happiness. Bye!